Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be doing a long overdue update to my non-makeup project pan. I have been wanting to sit down and film an update for this project that I started back in August, and I have yet to update you on my progress with this project pan simply because I have had limited filming time available and it just hasn't really taken the priority that I'd like it to, and I really do want to, moving forward into the new year, bring this project back to the forefront because I do have a lot of non-makeup products in my collection for hair care, skin care, body care, and fragrance products that I do want to work my way through, and I'd like to share that journey with you. So I do need to bring this video and this series back to the forefront. So I'm really excited to be sitting down and finally filming my first update in this series. I do apologize that it's taken me so long to sit down and film this video, but now from here on out, I do hope to do these video updates every other month so that we're back on track so that I can actually start focusing on all of these products. I have been working on them behind the scenes even though I haven't been sitting down to film these videos, so I do have some progress to share with you on all of these products. And yeah, let's just hop on into the progress before I get too rambly, okay? Let's just get on into it. So I want to start with this product right here because I've kind of neglected this one the most in this project. This is the OUAI Dry Texture Foam, and I think if I talk about this first, it will help me kind of refocus and reprioritize this product. This is a really good product for offering a little bit of grit, a little bit of texture to the hair, but I don't really love it because it is a foam applicator. So it's an aerosol. I don't really love the packaging, and this is the kind of product packaging that I'm trying to work my way away from. So I do want to get it out of my collection, but because it is that foamy kind of texture, it really just makes my hands feel really sticky, and my hands are just full of this product. I really would prefer something that I could just spray directly into my hair. So I kind of overlook this, or I try to avoid using it as often as I can, if I'm honest. But I do really want to focus in and get some better use out of this. I can tell I've used some of it. I mean, it's been so long. I definitely have to share with you what the weights are on the screen so you can actually compare the amount of progress I've used that way, because visually you can't see anything in here. And I feel like there is some that's been used, but not near as much as I would have hoped after 5 months of consistently anticipating I would reach for this. I don't think I reached for this near enough though, and it's definitely something that I really need to bring back to the forefront of my mind and keep prioritizing. I do like it, I don't love it, and I think that's the reason why it's been something I've struggled to get good use out of through this project. But hopefully by my next update, I can come back and share with you some better progress, and hopefully this will be done sooner than later. This next product is the First Aid Beauty Ginger and Turmeric Vitamin C Jelly Mask. This is a really nice, just balancing face mask. I don't find that this really strips my skin or makes my skin feel overly hydrated, but it just is nice and balancing, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my skin without doing anything too drastic. I really do enjoy this mask, but I haven't reached for it near enough through this project either. And I actually had it stored on its side so I could better see how much I have left in here. So I don't have a ton left in here, maybe under a third of this product, but I do want to work my way through this sooner rather than later because this has been in my collection for far too long. I think it's been over 3 years that I've had this, and I think the recommended shelf life is a year. Yeah, it's 12 months. So I do need to get this used up soon, but I haven't noticed a change in the texture. It still has that really cooling jelly kind of texture that I think it's always had, and it still smells really nice. It has this nice fresh ginger kind of scent to it. I really like using this when my skin is just feeling like it's not necessarily dry, or it's not necessarily really congested, but it just feels a little lackluster. It needs a little bit of a boost. This definitely gives that to me, and it just feels so comfortable on the skin. I really need to amp up my usage on this, and honestly, all my face masks in general have been getting neglected as of late. I've just been feeling a little bit strained, and it's not really something that I reach for in my routine. I've been forgetting about using face masks, but I do want to integrate this back into my routine more frequently, maybe reach for it once every 2 weeks or so just to get that usage out, and hopefully get this used up by maybe my next update. I think I could finish this in 2 months if I really hunker down and focus on it and use it every other week. I don't think that would be a problem. It just has been getting neglected just due to my current lifestyle, but I think sitting down to film this update is a really good reminder that I need to get this used a little bit more frequently, and yeah, I would love to finish it up soon. I would love to. It's just been like hanging around for so long, so I'm ready to get it used up. This next product is also one that I've had for far too long. This is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Lavender Mint Conditioning Leave-In Spray. I don't even know if this is a product that's available anymore. I think it's that old. I believe I've had this for maybe like 3 or 4 years. I honestly can't even keep track anymore, but in any case, way too long to be holding onto this kind of product. It still is functioning really great though. I still think that the fragrance is perfect on it. It has this really nice lavender, kind of relaxing, very calming kind of scent that I really enjoy, and the texture is still great. It really does make my hair feel nice and nourished. I always reach for this as soon as I get out of the shower. I kind of just pop this through my still damp hair, and it's amazing for detangling my hair and just making it feel nice and hydrated without being heavy at all. And I've used it quite a lot through this project, which has been great. It's been a really good reminder to make sure that I'm getting this used up. So I started off in this project just under about half of the product remaining, which was honestly, I can't even believe that I still had that much product after owning this for years on end, but it was just something that I had forgotten to reach for. But now I'm down to here, and I have been having a hard time getting this up through the straw, so I may end up actually just taking off the lid and like pouring it into my hands before applying it into my hair for the next few applications. But this is something I'll definitely have done by my next update of this project. I'll have it done for sure in 2 months' time. I'm really looking forward to that because I do have other leave-in conditioner type products I need to prioritize and start reaching for as well. But I do really enjoy this. It has been an absolute pleasure to like reintegrate this into my routine, especially considering I do shower at night. So this lavender scent is definitely something I've been really enjoying and been really happy to have kind of brought back into the priority for me to reach for and integrate into my routine. Next up is another skincare product. This one is by The Ordinary. This is the Hyaluronic 2% plus B5. This is a hyaluronic acid serum, and I like this product, but I don't love it. So that's why I wanted to work it out of my collection. I do have the Derma E hyaluronic acid that I much prefer over this one. I find this one a little bit sticky, but that doesn't mean that I dislike it entirely. In fact, I've actually used quite a lot of it through this project. So it's actually very similar, the markings on here, to the Paul Mitchell, which is weird. I just realized like I was using this at almost the same pace. But anyways, I had just under half of the product left in here when I first introduced it to this project back in August. And now I only have the tiniest little bit left in the bottom here. If I had used this maybe one more time a week throughout this project, I probably could have already finished it off by this update. But that's okay. I know that I'll be able to finish this up in the next 2 months for sure. The next time I sit down to share with you an update on this project, this will definitely be done. There's so little left in this, and I'm feeling so motivated to get this used up. I only use this in my nighttime routine, and I don't use it every single day. I use this maybe 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week, depending on how intensive I want to do of a nighttime skincare routine. But I do reach for this very frequently, and I do really feel like it has helped my skin in terms of my skin not looking quite as dry. I do find when I reach for this at night, my skin looks much more plump in the morning, and my fine lines in my forehead don't look as severe. So it's something that I do enjoy and I do think is effective, but I'm definitely looking forward to using this up by the next update. I do want to sit down and update this project in March so that we can maybe do a little bit of a refresh, so I can bring in some stuff that's better suited to like late winter, early spring. Hopefully both those products will be done by my next update. And this next product is finally an empty. I finished off this Brioche Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Tree Scalp Treatment. This I finished off only a couple weeks ago. I was reaching for it maybe every 2 or 3 weeks after a shampoo. I wasn't using this every time I washed my hair. I just found that it wasn't something that I really needed in my routine all the time. But I do really feel like it helped to just soothe my scalp on those days when it was feeling like really tight and uncomfortable and itchy. I get a very irritated scalp, especially if I let my hair get a little bit too like oily, too greasy. It gets so itchy and so uncomfortable. So this was just really great at soothing my scalp after I went with like a very intense clean. Like I would almost like double cleanse my scalp with my clarifying shampoo, and then I'd go in with this and my scalp just like sang. It was so happy. It felt so nice and refreshed, and I really did enjoy using this, but this is something that even though I really did enjoy it, I don't really think that I need it as like an absolute necessity in my routine, especially considering this is quite a pricey product. I think I'd rather pick up the Scalp Revival shampoo versus this treatment because I loved the way that my scalp felt when I used that as a like regular shampoo in my routine. I really do need to replace that and bring that back into my life because I loved it. I did enjoy this, didn't absolutely love it, but I'm really happy that I worked my way through it. And there was a sixth product in this project pan, which I don't have to share with you anymore. It was a rollerball by Replica. It was the Beach Walk fragrance. And I remember talking about how much I love that fragrance, and I really do like that fragrance, but not on myself. So I was wearing it very frequently towards the end of the summer, and I came to realize that I liked the way that it smelled and I loved being immersed in that scent, but it did give me pretty bad headaches, and every time I wore it, I would get a headache. So it came to realize that it was probably because of that perfume. So I ended up actually decluttering it, and I put it in my local Buy Nothing group, which is just like a Facebook page so you can give things away for free or even accept free gifts from people in your community. So I put it on there because I couldn't deal with it anymore, but it was still in good enough condition and there was enough products still left in it that someone else could enjoy it more than myself. I love the way that it smells. It just didn't seem to jive with me and my body chemistry somehow. It just made me feel so like out of sorts when I wore it, unfortunately, because it does smell so, so good, but that scent just became very overpowering and I got a lot of headaches from it, unfortunately. And because I no longer have that rollerball in my life, I am going to be bringing a new product into this project to keep it at 6 products to focus on. So I'm going to be rolling in this mini of the Pixi Glow Tonic. This is a product I really do enjoy, and I've gone through a couple of the full sizes of it, but for some reason, I have had this mini in my life for like probably almost 2 years now. I bought it before I went to Europe back in 2019, and I brought it on that trip and barely used any product. I used this much out of it. So I have kind of just let this live in the back of my drawer, and I honestly had forgotten that I had it. I've been using the one by Derma E that's very comparable. It's a glycolic acid toner as well. And I want to bring this back to the forefront because this is older than that one, and I do think I can work my way through this relatively quickly when I actually bring it back into my rotation. So I don't think I'll have it done in 2 months by any means because this isn't a kind of product that I use on the daily, but it is something that I'll be able to integrate into my skincare routine a couple nights a week, and I should be able to finish that up in time for sure. I know it's been quite some time since I first introduced this project, but I'm happy to be getting back on track with all of these products, and I'm really happy that even though I haven't been sitting down to regularly film these videos, I still was able to use up one of these products, and I feel like I've made some pretty decent progress on the rest of the products. So yeah, that's going to be everything for today's update. Let me know what you thought about all of these products. Are you going to be doing any project pans where you're focusing on non-makeup items throughout 2021? Yeah, let me know down in the comments, but that's going to be everything. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.